The Harpoon missile is one of the United States' most iconic and long-serving anti-ship weapons, developed originally by McDonnell Douglas in the 1970s and now produced by Boeing Defense. It has undergone several upgrades over the decades to keep pace with evolving naval threats, and remains a critical component of the U.S. Navy's and Allied forces' ability to engage surface targets at sea. The Harpoon is a subsonic, sea-skimming cruise missile designed to destroy enemy warships and transport vessels with high accuracy and minimal warning. It can be launched from multiple platforms including surface ships, submarines, aircraft, and coastal batteries, giving it immense operational flexibility in blue water and littoral combat environments. With a history of proven performance in both wartime and exercises, the Harpoon has earned a reputation for reliability, precision, and combat relevance even after nearly 5 decades in service. The cost of a single Harpoon missile varies depending on the version, configuration, and launch platform, but on average, each missile costs between $1.2 million and $1.5 million United States dollars. This includes not just the airframe and warhead, but also the sophisticated guidance systems, propulsion system, and electronic countermeasures (ECCM) that allow it to navigate complex maritime environments and resist jamming or decoys. The latest variants, such as the AGM-84L Block II, come with enhanced GPS guidance, improved targeting software, and updated seeker heads, which can increase the unit cost slightly. However, for a weapon that can sink or seriously damage a multi-billion-dollar warship with a single strike, the Harpoon's cost is considered highly economical from a strategic and deterrent standpoint. Many allied nations purchasing Harpoon systems under Foreign Military Sales (FMS) programs often invest in training, spares, and support packages, further increasing the overall program cost, but ensuring full operational capability and longevity. The Harpoon missile has an average operational range of approximately 124 kilometers (67 nautical miles) in its early versions, while newer upgraded models, like the AGM-84L Block II, can achieve ranges exceeding 248 kilometers (over 130 nautical miles) depending on launch platform and flight profile. Some extended range development efforts, such as the Harpoon Block II Plus have reportedly pushed the range up to 300 kilometers, approximately 160 nautical miles, although these versions are still being integrated or remain limited in deployment. The missile travels at high subsonic speeds, roughly 0.85 Mach, and maintains a low altitude, sea-skimming flight profile that minimizes radar detection and increases survivability against enemy air defenses. Its active radar seeker, combined with mid-course GPS navigation and terminal homing, allows the missile to hit moving ships even in challenging sea states or environments with significant electromagnetic interference. Each Harpoon missile is powered by a solid fuel booster for surface and submarine launches, and a turbojet engine that sustains its flight over long distances. The warhead is typically a 221 kg, 488 pound, high-explosive blast fragmentation charge, designed to penetrate and destroy the internal compartments of medium and large naval vessels. Upon terminal approach, the missile executes evasive maneuvers to defeat close-in weapon systems (CIWS) and point defense systems before striking its target at or near the waterline for maximum damage. In recent variants, the guidance system includes both inertial navigation and GPS updates during the mid-course phase, with active radar homing in the terminal phase, making it highly resistant to jamming or countermeasures and improving hit probability even in electronic warfare conditions. The Harpoon missile has been tested extensively over its multi-decade service life. Initial testing began in the early 1970s, with the missile entering operational service in 1977 aboard U.S. Navy surface ships. Since then, the missile has undergone thousands of flight tests, live fire drills, and combat training evaluations by the United States and more than 30 allied countries. Live fire exercises in the Pacific, Atlantic, Mediterranean, and other major theaters have consistently demonstrated the Harpoon's ability to engage single and multiple maritime targets with high success rates. In actual combat scenarios, the Harpoon has been used successfully in conflicts such as the Iran-Iraq War, the Falklands War by export customers, and training exercises across NATO and Asia-Pacific regions. Most notably, in 1986 during Operation Praying Mantis, U.S. Navy warships used Harpoon missiles to sink Iranian vessels in the Persian Gulf, showcasing the missile's real-world lethality. To ensure continued relevance against modern threats, Boeing has upgraded the Harpoon multiple times. The Block II variant introduced in the early 2000s added GPS-assisted targeting, allowing the missile to strike land-based targets such as coastal radar stations or bunkers in addition to ships. This expanded the weapon's utility in anti-access, area denial, A2AD scenarios. The Block II Plus and Block II Plus further improved the missile's range, navigation precision, and resistance to jamming, using upgraded electronics and more fuel-efficient propulsion systems. These newer variants can be seamlessly integrated into existing launchers on Arleigh-Burke-class destroyers, F/A-18 fighter jets, and even diesel-electric submarines equipped with torpedo tube-launched encapsulated versions. The missile's all-weather, day and night operational capability has been validated through cold weather tests in Alaska, high-temperature operations in the Middle East, and complex maritime exercises in littoral zones and open ocean environments. Harpoon's training and support infrastructure is also extensive, with dedicated simulation facilities, maintenance programs, and export-oriented logistics networks established by Boeing and the U.S. Department of Defense. Operators undergo simulator-based mission planning and engagement drills, as well as live fire events conducted on test ranges and during multinational naval exercises like RIMPAC, Rim of the Pacific Exercise, and BALTOPS Baltic operations. Allied navies, such as those of Australia, Japan, the United Kingdom, South Korea, Taiwan, and India, routinely incorporate Harpoon missile operations into their naval doctrine, giving the missile a global reach and interoperability advantage. The missile can be easily integrated into multiple fire control systems with minimal modification, which is one of the reasons it remains a widely exported weapons system even in the era of next-generation missiles. One of the key strategic values of the Harpoon is its deterrence capability. Even the threat of a ship being within Harpoon range forces adversaries to adjust fleet posture, deploy additional air defenses, or divert reconnaissance assets. In modern naval combat theory, sea control and denial depend heavily on long-range standoff weapons, and the Harpoon provides that edge without requiring carrier strike group-level infrastructure. Additionally, the development of coastal battery launchers for the missile, such as those fielded by Taiwan and deployed in exercises by NATO countries, allows small forces to effectively threaten hostile naval incursions from land-based positions. This makes the Harpoon not only a tool of projection but also one of homeland and allied defense. Looking toward the future, Boeing and the U.S. Navy continue to refine the Harpoon system. Research and development into extended range, stealthier radar signatures, and artificial intelligence-guided swarm attack capabilities are ongoing. There is also exploration into modular seeker heads that can be adapted for different mission types, including enhanced land attack profiles. While newer missiles like the Long-Range Anti-Ship Missile LRASM are gradually entering U.S. service, the Harpoon remains in demand due to its proven performance, relative affordability, and large global support network. Boeing continues to manufacture and upgrade Harpoons for both domestic and international customers, and multiple multi-year production contracts are currently in place to ensure uninterrupted supply for years to come. In summary, the Harpoon missile is a cornerstone of U.S. and allied naval strike capabilities. With its long history of operational use, continuous upgrades, adaptable platform integration, and effective range, it remains one of the most versatile and reliable anti-ship weapons in the world. Whether defending a coastline, projecting force from an aircraft carrier, or equipping allies with credible maritime deterrence, the Harpoon missile continues to serve as a formidable weapon in 21st-century naval warfare.